Edgar Allan Poe was an American poet, short story writer, and critic who is best known for his tales of ratiocination, his fantastical horror stories, and his genre-founding detective stories. Poe, whose clothing personal life is a virtual legend, considered himself primarily a poet. Gothic Tales is a book that gathers together some of the best stories of him. Gothic Tales is a short stories book. It's a fast read and you can put it down until you finish at least one the tales. Morella was writing in 1835 a husband description of his wife Morella and how they relate to one another, a tale of reincarnation. There is a man who narrates his story since the moment when he knew her. They got married, but actually they didn't know their true reason. He didn't know a lot of things about Morella's life. However, Morella was a brilliant woman. She read and taught him about philosophic psychosis of the human part and perturbing theories. They could spend hours and hours talking about these weird books. However, was Morella who began that all days. Over the time, Morella's husband couldn't support that chats, and actually, he couldn't support Morella's too. He couldn't see or listen to him. In spite of she does the best like a wife. He just hadn't know why her eyes and the way of looking was penetrating and intense. He couldn't support that. He really wanted that Morella died. When that occurs, there was a surprise. Morella said, I am dying yet, shall I live? Their days have never been when so could love me, but her whom lived to this in death to shall adore. And a baby was born when Morella died. Morella's daughter didn't have a name for a long time. She was very similar to her mother over the time, her appearance, her tastes, and her way of looking, but this time the man really loved him, and when he wanted to put a name like Beyond Whisper, he pronounced Morella. Now it's time that you read the final. I am not a person into fiction stories, but Edgar Allan Poe was one of the best writers of the world. He really knew the way to involve the reader in the most weird and extraordinary horror stories. The mystery in the tales have done Edgar Allan Poe's books a cliffhanger.